Welcome guys. If you're not aware, I also have a crime channel where I do tarot, spirit sessions and case analysis. If you're into that, subscribe guys. There's a link in the description box below. I'll see you over there. Hi lovelies, welcome. So glad you could be here with me today. Hope you're all doing really well and having a great day or week or night, wherever you are in the world. Why don't you put a comment down below as to where you actually are right now in the world? I would love to know where my audience are coming from. And yeah, I love connecting with you guys every week. As you know, a lot of you, I see the same names popping up, which is really lovely. And I also love seeing new names pop up as well. So welcome to all of you. I have got a little bit of a new setup going on here. I've changed rooms and I've just done a huge decluttering. And I've created a beautiful sacred space for my readings and my recordings and my meditations and craft space, you name it. It just feels so beautiful, creative, space I've made here. And yeah, I've got these beautiful 2 candles, kind of represents the twin flames. So I'm loving that. Now, last week for some of you that it was quite a heavy intro. I'm so sorry about that. I shared a bit of my personal story and it has been crazy. I'm not going to get into it this time. I'm feeling really light, today and really excited to get this reading done today. Yeah, but as I said, everybody's on different levels in their journey, and I do, channel into different waves within the collective at various times. So we'll see which ones we're tuning into today. I'm actually using these cards for the energy cards today, which is really weird because I don't think I've ever used these for energy cards ever. Wisdom of the House of Night cards. These are by Colette Baron Reid. And so we're going to see what's going on with the masculine here, which is these cards, the Psychic Tarot by John Holland, and his Psychic Tarot for the Heart, I think it is, for the Heart cards for the feminine. I'm using Liz Harrison's Twin Soul Healing Oracle as well as the Twin Flame Oracle, and I'm using Sarah from Charming Oracle, her beautiful love messages, and I'm using White Rose Guidance's Divine Love Messages Volume 2, as well as my Divine Yin Yang Oracle for Lovers, Messages of Shadow and Light, and the Divine Love Messages from your Twin Flame Soulmate that I created. I just realised I forgot a deck. I'm going to go and grab it. Hang on a second. I just went and grabbed them. This is my newest deck that I created called the Divine Timing Oracle. So we're going to see if there's any kind of time frames that we can look at as well. But let's get started. So exciting. So I hope you love my little things that I've been putting up. I did it in the last reading. And yeah, I just feel like putting up little nice quotes on my table. I think it looks gorgeous with the pink flower with the rose quartz. Really beautiful, gentle energy. So it says, wherever life plants you, bloom with grace. Oh, let's get started. Yep. I want you to put your person in mind. Put your twin flame in your mind. I want you to envision a beautiful white glowing light around the two of you. And you might be able to see their beautiful face looking at you, smiling at you. Their eyes have a twinkle and they're just so happy to see you. That's what we want to see. And there's this beautiful warm energy between the two of you. It's so beautiful. This love, this compassion, this understanding between the two of you. And you might want to reach out for their hand. In your mind, reach out for their hand. You're holding hands. You might want to reach out for both their hands. Look them in the eyes. And say whatever it is you feel you need to. and they might say something back. So just take a moment to see if they do. Or you might see a symbol, you might see something they're giving you. You can tell them that they're always in your heart. We'll get the reading started. Okay, let's get started. I hope that was really lovely for you. If not, you can always go back or just do it on your own later on. Sometimes we don't always, get it straight away. We have to go back into another meditation, or it comes to us later. Sometimes it's just not the right time, but whatever might happen will happen. But yeah, hopefully that was helpful in some way. We're going to see the Divine Masculine's energy. What is he doing currently right now in his life, just in general? Whoop, there it comes out right away. 2 of them. Wow, the High Priestess of Spirit and Strength. He's coming into his feminine, intuitive energy right now. It's very strong within him, this intuition. And he might be hiding away from people and just processing and just trying to feel his way through something. We've got the strength of this tree. How beautiful. So there's growth here. I think he's been spiritually growing, and he may be a very sensitive Divine Masculine deep down. So there's this outer strength, this outer appearance of being very strong and sturdy. And within there is this very, almost like a vulnerability within, but it's a beautiful vulnerability. And being the number 7 is a Chariot in the tarot, which means that he is being led by his intuition, by his emotions and feelings right now. So it's growing stronger within him. And, the purple represents the crown chakra. So it's very much about downloads coming in of a night time. There might be moon energy really strongly in this right now. And it could be that he is connecting telepathically also with the Divine Feminine around this time. We've got got all these faces here as well, which is the spirit guides I feel around him. And yeah, it looks like very feminine energies coming through here as well. So I feel like he's got a lot of feminine energy around him. It could be females in his life as well. He might be someone who has like lots of sisters, or just females who he's grown up with in his life, or he might be around females at work. It's kind of rubbing off on him where he's starting to really tune into that kind of energy and go within and trust in what he's feeling. I think that's amazing. Yeah, it's really quite a beautiful energy. Wow, quite amazing. And what was this one? 35. So 3 and the 5 is an 8, which is the strength card in the tarot. So funny. So that would be like a Leo energy too, and a Pisces energy here. But I'm seeing that definitely trying to come into some kind of boldness, not being afraid or ashamed to tap into this within himself. Look at that. Memories of love. This is the emotions. Look how he's holding a candle. I'm loving that. So there could be, and look at the purple again, purple candle. So it definitely shows me that the masculines at the moment have a really beautiful burning flame for the feminines within themselves. They are reminiscing on things. They are really intuitively, I feel this is a memory with the feminine. I think that's what he's focusing on here, is wanting to return to her, because this is the memories of love. He's reminiscing on something. He's deep in his feels and thoughts about it. And it could also be, if we're looking generally into his life, that he might be undergoing some happy times, like revisiting his childhood place that he was raised in. He might have a childhood home that he's revisiting, but it could just be at the moment that he's undergoing spiritual growth, that he is moving through childhood stuff. It doesn't have to necessarily be traumas. It could be really happy stuff here. This is a happy card. So it shows me that he could be just reminiscing about, his childhood dreams and his childhood in general, and just really, feeling like open to those memories as well. Whereas, some people might forget things or close it down and just move on. I think he might be revisiting some things in his life. He might be having a bit of fun, allowing himself to just enjoy things that he's always wanted to do and maybe was a childhood dream for him. He might be around a grandmother at the moment, but I do feel even if she's in spirit, there is a grandmotherly energy around him that's looking after him right now. He might be a very family-oriented person, very sensitive and very beautiful when it comes to his own family and loyalty and wanting to nurture and take care of them. So let's have a look. What's the feminine doing? What's currently going on in her life right now? So we've got here the message. Ooh. So she might be writing down things. Look at the messenger of the crow here. You might be seeing crows, feminines. That could be something very significant here. It's nighttime. It's a very strong nighttime energy. She might be receiving a lot of messages from spirit. Some might be doing invocations or journaling. Might be just getting deep in her creativity right here with drawing, sketching, poetry. It's very creative energy, and it's a very deep spiritual energy going on here. So I want to see what else is coming up with that for her. It's a 4 and a 5, which is a 9, which is the end of a cycle. Okay, so some divine feminines might be writing down things they want to release. This could be something they're subconsciously doing just in their mind. They might not literally be writing it down. It could be just something that they're ticking off in their mind that they know they need to release. But because I feel like spirit's coming in for a message with the feminine as well. It's not just about her. It's definitely coming from spirit, this inspiration. So the feminines have got to be, well, I think they are quite open psychically to spirit and what the messages are coming in. And the 9 in the tarot is the hermit. So it's about withdrawing and taking time out to really listen to what spirit has to say. Yeah, so I think she might be realizing I've got to pull back from the world. There's something I need to just receive here from spirit, from the universe. Oh, yes, look at this beautiful energy right here. The feminine is surrendering. This is trusting in what is coming. So she's open to the messages. She's open to the signs that spirit is giving her regarding maybe this connection or just in general in her life. As we said, it is a general thing here as well, that she's just open to whatever the next thing is that the universe is to bring into her life. So I feel like the divine feminines have, like a telegram, put out that affirmation to the universe, what it is they desire. And they're in that space of just surrendering and awaiting results, trusting in the process of as to when the opportunity arises. And it's definitely coming in the form of physical signs here. It could be physical birds in her path, that are really significantly talking to her. She's talking with the animals. She's getting out in nature. She's really connecting with, being at one with the whole universe here. It really feels quite beautiful that she's opened her heart and soul to this. She's got her eyes closed, so she's just trusting. She's going within as well as to what she feels around this. And she's wearing green, so there's been a healing journey here. And the purple represents the wisdom that comes through that. So she's just allowing life to unfold. So what are they feeling for each other? Let's get into it. What's the divine masculine feeling on a deeper level for the feminine right now? Oh my gosh, I love this so much. Look at the candle. We got the honesty card. I love this. He wants to be honest with her And the 2 and the 6 equals the 8 again. So 8, 8, very important, strong, powerful energy here for the masculine. We've got the 8 and the 8 with a strength card there. And so what it shows me is that this is a very powerful need to be honest. His integrity, I'm hearing the word integrity with this. He wants to come forward and show her that he is a person that is making it in the world. He wants a new beginning, perhaps. Got the crescent moon here too. Wow, did you see that? Oh, temptation. Wow, this is like what they say is like the devil card. And it does represent temptations. It can be our shadow side. You know what? I think he's being honest with himself about his shadows and what he has been tempted with in the past or currently. You know, there are temptations always in our path, whether it be our addictions or reverting back into our fears. But I feel like this is a major arcana. So, you know, this is telling me that this is significant. It's important for him to have to face and confront things within himself. And I think he wants the divine feminine to know that he's been working hard on himself. He's now in his fields. He's in his intuition. His wisdom's coming in. He's not afraid or ashamed to be in that energy of being open, and trusting and letting his guard down. But, you know, he still is in a introspective, maybe a bit of a hermit energy, but it's a gentle energy. It's also a very strong energy. So it feels like he's coming into his strength, and it's emotional strength. It's not ego bound, but there can be a temptation to it's almost like show off a little bit, you know. That might have been what was going on in the past, like I'm macho and I don't have to show my feelings and I'm tough, and you know, it's that kind of thing of maybe being in that mentality of, you know, it's weak to show your emotions, but he wants to let the feminine know that he's been peeling away the layers. Okay, yep, he's been peeling away the layers. He's been able to see something, and I feel seriously that there, for a lot of them, there is a feminines around them. Could be relationships that they've been in, or sisters or females around them, where they are tapping into an understanding of what females need or the feminines need. Okay, so I feel like that's really important for him, that he lets the feminine know that he's changing or has changed in a lot of ways. So let's see, what does the feminine feel for the masculine on a deeper level here? So also on this, yeah, I feel like he's saying, I'm tempted. You're tempting me. Like, I'm so tempted, you know, by you. And the feminine, oh my gosh, I love this. The moon energy. Did we say this? Look at this, nighttime energy. Very strong, powerful psychic energy coming in. We've got the full moon. So I just said this before about releasing things. Number 9 is also the end of the completion. What am I saying? The completion, the end of a cycle. So it is the full moon kind of energy here as well. And the 5 is the change. It's also the Hierophant in the tarot. So it's about saying, you know what? I've learned a lot of these things here. I'm learning these things. The messages are coming in, and it's clarifying things, and it's confirming things. And it's also giving me a lot of clarity with what I was already feeling, and maybe things that I still needed to know. But on a deeper level with the masculine, when we're looking at the moon energy, this is Pisces, Cancer. Actually, it's more Cancer, but I see it also as the Pisces. It's very strong energy, very psychic energy. We've got the black cat here, so someone might own a black cat. You could have this as your spirit animal, divine feminines. But it's talking about the change and just being able to what's the saying here? Releasing expectations, okay? Because anything can happen at any given time. And I think that's what she's doing, is that we've got this trust here, this surrendering energy. Just letting go and letting be, and whatever will be, will be. Okay, Sarah, Sarah. And she's quite in tune with him at night, especially. So especially on a full moon, there's some very powerful, potent energy coming in where there's this magic in the air. And I feel like the feminines are really connecting with him very psychically. We've got the purple right there. Look at that purple energy there as well. So it's very much crown chakra related for the two of them here as well. So let's get another energy here. Success and growth. amazing. And we got a number 8. I love this, a number 8. So we had the numbers here. Look, 6 here, 5 and 1 is a 6, and the 6 there as well. So the 6s and 8s are really important here. 6s are all about nurturing as well, I've noticed. It looks like it's pregnant too. So, you know, the number, when you look at it, looks like a pregnant number. So pregnancy could be happening for some of you. But we've got the success and growth. So she feels that things are just behind the scenes, because the moon in the tarot can represent things that are uncertain, things that are happening in our subconscious realms, things that are not yet surfaced, that we have to be able to tap into through our intuition. But what I feel for her is she's definitely in her intuition, open to the universe, but she feels that, you know, things are going to really succeed and grow with her masculine. And it's not even that, like, look at him, see, this is a masculine right here. She's seeing that he is succeeding and growing as well, and she's really happy about this. So, yeah, because he is growing in himself, and he's wanting to do the right thing. And I feel like she's really picking up on that energy, especially if they're not in contact. She's picking up on that he is leveling up, so to speak. He's tuning in into his own intuition, feeling really good. So let's get an idea as to what does he actually want. Wow, they're flying out. Hang on a moment. There's quite a few. The cycles of the moon cycles. Look at that. Yeah, the cycles. 3 and a 7 is a 10, which is the good luck in the tarot. It's the, oh my gosh, look at this. High Priestess of Water. What did you say here? What was this one? High Priestess of Spirit. So definitely he's so psychically tuning in right now. We've got the moon cycles. I'm telling you, he's in such a feminine energy. It's amazing. He is really in that water emotions. And the 4 is the Emperor. So he's also standing up very strong and powerfully, taking charge of his emotions. You know, this is what he wants, though. So let's have a look further. Yeah, I do feel like he's doing that, though. He's on that path. But let's see, what does he want? We've got a reminder. Don't forget. 28. Oh, yes. So he needs to remind himself that when things are changing, because he may not necessarily like change. He might not necessarily, you know, it's really weird. I'm trying to get this. It's almost like, you know, it sounds weird. You know, when with the moon cycles, feminine's menstrual cycles seem to, like, they just match up and they start to align with each other. And they all have it around the same time. It's amazing in households how that can happen. I know it sounds weird, but with the masculine, with the emotional side of things, I think that he's starting to align with the intuition, the emotional energy going on between him and the feminine. I think that in some ways, he's wanting to, this is something he's seeking to do, and it may be something very on a deeper spiritual level, that could, it's not consciously something he's trying to do. But it is a very spiritual desire to remind himself that there are certain cycles that are occurring within this connection and within the feminine. So I feel like it's starting to happen for him, where he's starting to realize cycles that he's been going through emotionally, is something that is part of the journey, part of his learning and growth. And it's part of that spiritual growth as well. And we've got another 10. 2 and the 8 is a 10. So 10, 10, okay, is very important. Miracles are coming in. And also double luck, I'm seeing here. But he might be setting a reminder for himself to realize, don't overreact with things. It's just part of a cycle and a chapter in my life. Because I feel like there are some deep things, like he is quite sensitive, and that within him there are a lot of changes going on as he's growing and as he's connecting psychically and spiritually with the universe. He's really awakened to that and really opening up to that side of things, and he's really starting to understand more about the feminine's needs and emotional needs, because he's now coming into that within himself, that feminine energy. So it's really quite beautiful, being like surrendering, wanting to surrender. He's wanting to understand the cycles of the feminine and her needs. He might be really, I just get this sense that he's really curious and is analyzing things as well, trying to understand it on a deeper level. Yes. Yes, very much so with the feelings there. And it kind of reminds me of a Scorpio energy as well. Let's get an idea. What else does he want with this? So it could be that in their connection there has been a cycle, like usually in a lot of twin flame connections there is a cycle where there's a coming together and then things get too intense and then there's a pulling back, and it could have been the feminine that did that as well. But look at this, suffering in silence, trapped in fears. This is interesting energy. This is of the mind. This is in the mind, the mental stress and anxiety, feeling that there's no way out of this situation. So there could be some anxiety in this connection where there might be a missing somebody. Somebody could be incarcerated, literally. Doesn't have to be for, obviously for all of you. But some people do have somebody that is incarcerated. But it's just definitely in their mind. There could be a feeling of being trapped, not knowing how to get out of a situation. And that's why I feel like he's reminding himself, just go with the flow, tap into what I'm feeling. Don't get caught up in this whole cycle of stressing out myself, because I have the power to stand up and be strong. Look at this, another 8. 8, 8, 8. Quite amazing Leo energy, which is usually the strength card as well. So this is amazing. This is coming in for him. So he wants to overcome any stress that he might be having around the connection. Anything where he might really be getting stuck in his mind, caught in his mind in a cycle of fear. So he wants to overcome that and just surrender to the feelings that, he knows that he can or wants to embrace here. And so the feminine, what does she want? So all those ones, yeah. So meditation. She wants to seek some clarity through meditation. And we see that moon energy working at night, being extremely psychic. They're both in this very psychic energy. It's quite amazing. Very much connecting on the astral, but definitely with their own guides too, like feeling that life is supporting them or seeking that out. And there's meditation here for the feminine. So I think she wants to just maybe sit back and just feel her way through something as well. They're so mirroring each other here. And the 2 and the 5 is a 7. So yes, she wants her intuition to guide her the way to move her forward through this. Because there'll be answers coming in. And look at that, strengthening bonds. Definitely wants to have a new beginning in this. It's also a strengthening her own intuition, her own relationship with spirit. But I feel like definitely with the masculine, there is this need to pave a very a strong foundation. Okay, so we already know there's a strong foundation spiritually, but this is more in the physical world where she wants to bring in something that's really cemented, really strong foundation where, with all these emotions going on, it could be a little turmoil, could cause a little bit of turmoil if they're both not grounded. So that's what I feel like. She wants this grounded energy to come in around this. She wants to be able to surrender, but also have that balance of being grounded to be able to make the right decision when the time comes for that as well. So, yeah, and I think that some of them are like literally focused on connecting with him in a meditation. So let's get an idea. What does he want to say to the feminine? What does a masculine want to say? I don't care about what other people think anymore. I just want to be with you. There's a missing her. Yeah, there's a missing her here. Oh my God, guys. Alignment 888. You are on the path of light. Look at all these 8s. This is like the Lion's Gate, isn't it? We got the 888. You on the path of light. He's aligning his emotions, the feminine energy within himself with the feminine's energy. You are the only one that gets me and knows the real me. And I'm worried that you've moved on and that you may not want me anymore. And that's that anxiety and feeling trapped in his mind, fears. And the feminine says, I feel like an idiot walking away from you like that. You are all I've ever wanted, and I just throw it all away because I got scared. So maybe the feminine did pull back. And yeah, she has fears too, perhaps. And I want to have a family with you one day. And it is so silly of me to want you so badly and yet keep it so concealed. I'm your secret admirer. And I remember you. Could be for some of you who just haven't had connections for a long time. You know, she's saying, I remember your soul. I know your soul. I remember you. And you're my other half, you know. And especially if you guys have only just, you know, met each other or, you know, technically reconnected, but met each other for the first time in this timeline anyway, physically. She's remembering his soul. Let's see what else he wants to say. You are my rose, and you are my star who outshines all others. And I want you by my side. Oh my gosh, yeah. I was going to say, I could listen to your voice for days on end, and I feel like I've been missing you my whole life. You're my lost paradise. And the feminine says, our love can power galaxies. I want to give you the world. So she might really be into sci-fi. It's so funny this coming through. Galaxies, the world, planets, astronomy, astrology, all sorts of things going on here. And it's definitely, maybe, you know, the feminine's really tuned into the moon, Venus, you know, different things, Jupiter. I don't know, there's just this feminine energies coming through with it. But I feel like, you know, he's also saying my star. They could definitely be both looking at the sky, wondering about each other. And things aren't always as they seem, she says. And everything I do reminds me of you. And I want to create with you. So she might say, not everything's as it seems. You might think I've moved on or that I'm not thinking of you. I definitely am thinking of you very strongly. Oh, gosh, this is amazing. So let's see, what is the action that the masculine is going to take towards the feminine this week? The warrior. Ooh, fighting for this connection. What's he doing? So number 2 is the intuition. This is a high priestess card as well. So this is like obviously very masculine energy with the warrior, but he's stepping up like psychically, spiritually awakened. This is an awakened divine masculine. Okay, it's amazing. What's he doing? What action is he taking? Oh my god, they've gone flying everywhere. Hang on a minute, guys, I've got to find them. Oh my gosh, I've got a new setup here. It's just gone flying. Just making sure no other ones have fallen anywhere. Okay, sorry about that. So yes, masculine. What energy, what action, I should say, are you taking? Whoa, look at this. Triumphant success. I see this as him cutting something out of his life. He is fighting like a warrior, okay, against things that are no longer serving him. And this could be in the form of communication, cutting things off with people. Now, this could be, I don't think this is to do with the feminine. I feel like this is him fighting off things, okay? We've got that temptation energy, and it's the temptations in his life that are trying to bring him back to where he was in that stress, fear, anxiety. He's rising above, moving into his intuition very strongly here as well with this. But I see this also as an Aries energy with the warrior here as well. Triumphant success can represent amazing clarity coming to the masculine, communication perhaps. I do want to get an idea as well with these cards here. What is his shadow side? What is that temptation saying? I feel so disconnected from you. Oh, there's a temptation to reach out, maybe even sexually for some of the divine feminines. Don't leave me. Oh, yeah. So there could be a little bit of a, and it's not a bad thing. I don't feel like it's a bad thing, but like a little bit of a possessive energy. And it's weird because he's so detached and more balanced in himself emotionally. But this is the shadow, right? So if he moves into that temptation where he's chasing her and lusting after her and all those things, he might be afraid that it's going to spin him out of control. So he needs to just, work on himself more with his, grounding and balancing his energies and overcoming some fears. The Divine Feminines says, you may not always trust me because I don't always, I'm trying to work this out. Sorry, guys. You may not always trust me because I don't always trust myself. So she's moving into that trust now, don't forget. See this trusting in the universe. She's in that energy now, but this is her shadow, and I feel like I failed. So there might have been some things here, self-confidence issue. She might have been a little bit all over the shop, and he doesn't know, what does she want? Sometimes feminines can be a little confusing. They can be in that way where they say something and they do something else. The masculines are very logical, very practical. Just say it bluntly to me, I'll understand. But sometimes the feminines, because they're coming from a very emotional place, and sometimes they've had troubles with being so assertive, they want to please him, that they won't necessarily always come out with what they actually mean. And so the masculine is, in the past always thought, I've got to be a mind reader. So this is the thing that she's learning to now really come into her own. And this is where it says, you may not always trust me because I don't always trust myself. So she's tried to find her way through what it is that she really does desire and want, and accept her own fears. And maybe she was the one who ran. I feel stressed about our connection when things are off balance. So when things are off balance between them, she may have been freaking out. Masculine, what's your higher self message to the feminine? I am taking responsibility for my own life and decisions. And I go to sleep with a smile, knowing you are with me in my dreams. And I often think of the first time we met, and I'm grateful you came into my life. So beautiful. Divine Feminine says, I can be myself around you. And I know that the actions we take depend on the choices we make, and I will strive to do better. So let's get an idea. All right, so we got the actions here. Did we get the action from the feminine? Did we get the action? I'm so confused right now. No, we didn't. I'm so sorry, guys. I did this last time. All right, action from the feminine, please, for this week. Fragment. Okay, you know what this is? This is somebody who needs to bring their energy together in that meditation. So it could be at the moment that she's just feeling that she's not grounded, that she is a little fragmented, maybe mentally or emotionally, just feeling the need to pull back and bring back her energy from the world, from this connection. Interesting, there's a 15 here as well, which is the devil in the tarot, which is this energy, temptation, feeling the pull in different directions, maybe through traumas or past pain or doubts or fears or anything that's a shadow, has left her fragmented, her energy fragmented. So she needs to just call her energy back in so she feels whole, complete, and grounded. That's what she's doing this week, it looks like. Wow. Okay, let's see. Feminine. Action. Wow. This is crazy. Yeah, she's taking the lead. Look at that. Emperor energy. Taking the lead, coming into her own masculine energy right here to step up and say, I'm going to make a decision. And that is to think logically about something, practically bring it in. I need to be real with myself, almost like that fatherly energy, taking control and caring and being protective, like self-protective of her energy right here. And she's going to sit back and await results. So as we saw before, she is surrendering and trusting the universe to bring in the signs, the messages that she needs to help guide her to the next, wherever she's meant to be. So I think that's really beautiful because she's come so far and she's done a lot of work on herself, and she's still, they're still there. They're still on their journey with that. So it's not so much that they're reaching out to one another, and that's not to say that there's no communication, by the way. But what it means is that the main priority for you guys this week is to still work on your own energies and balancing them within yourselves. So the masculine's energy right here. Oh, look at this. Psychic powers. It's just crazy. She had the crow coming in too. So ravens or crows are very significant for the feminine and masculine this week. Trust the signs that are coming in. This is magic. This is magic. He has a magic within him, a power he's tapping into. I think that's amazing. He needs to remind himself of his special energies. Look at that. Divine masculine awakening. Oh my God. That is quite amazing right there. So he is definitely, wow. This is like a rapid process going on here. And the divine feminine, yeah, he's really psychic. It's quite amazing. And he's just knowing things without knowing how he knows them. Very much in tune with the feminine. It's definitely a nighttime thing going on here. And so the feminine, luck is on your side, divine feminine. You're going to see lady beetles. It's a reminder. And trust your twin will find their way because he's loyal to you, divine feminine. Oh, I'm loving that because he's coming into that honest energy. So let's get a guidance card for the masculine. What's something you could learn today, divine masculine? What's something that the divine masculines, wow, can learn today? Look at this. Leap. Do what you are being guided to do. The angels will always catch you. So it's about taking a risk. You know, it's about being able to jump in when the opportunity arises for his spiritual evolution. Opportunities awakening within him right now as well. So the angels are bringing it in. The psychic power, the signs coming in to let him know what the next best step is for him, for his evolution as well. He's learning because he's leveled up. I love it. And the divine feminine. So keep going, divine masculines. You're doing an amazing job. Divine feminine. Wow, there's just way so many here. But you know what? I'm going to take them. Marriage, endings and beginnings. A sacred union is much more than a ceremony or a document. I think she's really been questioning things around marriage and commitment and what it is does she really want at the end of the day. And happiness is always your choice. Choose to find your smile and focus on joy. And fear is illusion, created by the mind. The ego causes doubt, worry, and unnecessary struggles. Move through fear with faith and love, because right here, right now, you are safe. And where are you at this exact moment? Past, present, or future? Come back to the now. Wow, and make a commitment to your life path. Your purpose, divine feminines. Now let's get a timing. What could be the timing of... Yes, because I feel like he's really like reaching to that like pinnacle almost, like that, like the pinnacle when you see the mountains here, he's climbing up. So what is going on with the masculine with this timing? Like when will he reach where he's meant to like feel quite complete within himself with this whole emotional grounding even, I suppose you could say. Will he reach out? You know, that kind of thing as well. But we will get that, but because he's still got this overwhelming thing going on here in his mind where he could get trapped in. So let's see what's going on. When will he come out from that spirit and really be strong? Waxing gibbous moon. We've got another one with that, please. And, oh my gosh, the time is now. Look at this, leap. Do what you need to do right now, a divine masculine, right now. On the next waxing gibbous moon, I need to bring my diary in here, actually. I'm going to get that in a minute. Divine feminines, what about you with your beautiful psychic healing path right here? When are you going to really be able to take back your power, okay? Take back your energy and heal, and really, when are you going to start seeing these things coming to fruition in your life that you need to? Because she's waiting for those signs. So when could they be coming in for her, please? Okay, no. Number 3. That's so funny. I was seeing as a number. You know, you say number abbreviated. Oh, that's so funny. That could be March, right? Or the 3rd of the month. That's so funny I'm seeing that because no, it just doesn't make sense to me. So we've got number 6 as well. So it could be the 3rd of June. Wow, we're coming up to that. The 3rd of June could be something that's occurring very significantly here. It could be June or March. I'm just going to go get the calendar. All right, so I found it. And what that is for the waxing gibbous moon is the next one is actually in the first week of, I'm just checking it out. Yeah, the first week of June. So I know this is a timeless reading, but as I'm reading this, it is May, near the end of May. And this is on June 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. So it could be significant for the masculines, you know, right now, around this time. It's coming up really quickly. And it's going to be in Scorpio, which is quite interesting. I kept seeing Scorpionic energy very, very strongly here as well. And Sagittarius for the 3rd of June. So, and that's weird, because that's the 3rd of June, as I was reading it before as well. So it's so weird, the mirroring thing going on here. Let's get a last message here. Actually, no, we're not going to do that just yet. We will do that later. I want to do some charms and stuff. Let's get some charms and attributes for the twins. All right. Whoops. Oh, that's just come out. There you go. Someone, did I say pregnancy before too? Someone could be pregnant. You might have a baby girl. They might have one. But it's the birth of a new cycle too. Seeing as we're talking about cycles. And you are about to come into a new cycle together, I feel too. So what do we got here? We got a little pussycat. Oh yeah, very psychic energy with this, but there's protection around the connection. Some of you might have felines around you. We have got the scissors, so something is still yet to be cut out, and we did see that Ace of Swords with the masculine with that sword. So there's still something he's cutting, he's facing and confronting right now. And we've got the little sea turtle, so you could be overseas from each other, it could be someone living near the beach. Just talks about exploration, taking your time, having patience in the connection, and with your own, you know, stuff that's unraveling for you guys. We've also got this commitment. You guys are deeply committed to each other, especially in the spiritual plane right now. And they love you for all of your uniqueness as well, and you're very rare, so they know that you're rare. You're a rare gem in the world. And we've got the elephant here, so some of you might have a connection. I don't know why I'm getting Thailand, Africa, Indonesia. It's just places like that for some reason coming through. India, of course. And it just represents that, you know, you'll never be forgotten. Like, what's the feminine say? I remember you. So your souls always know each other, you know, and this is a very ancient symbol here as well. Can talk about years that go by and you'll never be forgotten. And we've got this gorgeous little headphone, so cute. So someone could be recording, doing podcasts, listening to music, just deep in their thoughts right now. You know, maybe I do definitely get like audio books, podcasts. And we've got, what's this? Alexander the Great charging in on the chariot right here. Someone's name could be Alex. Yep, got the horses. Someone might ride horses. But I feel like they want to come in, especially the masculine, very bold with that warrior and warrior energy, and the Leo, the lion energy coming in here. So yeah, he wants to be great. See, Alexander the Great, he wants to be great in all that he does, and being able to overcome his overwhelming emotions. The overwhelming emotions. This battery's gone low. Oh no. And we got the screw here, so it represents they want to fix things, you know, with you. We've got the 5-cent echidna. So this Australian coin. Fives are all about change, adventure. And the date is 1980. What is it? I've got to check it out. 1983. Could be someone's significant birth date. We've got the love heart here too, so love is always in the air between you guys. Now let's get some ideas of some letters here. We've got a C, F, is that an F? F, N, S, G, L, V, H, I, Y, U, J, T, did I say a Z? I can't remember. Q, A, and an X. I'm going to come back with some words. Okay, so I'm back, and I just noticed this little candle here, which I kind of saw as the feminine for some reason, burned itself out, right? It burned itself out. I don't know if it's going to relight right now. Might take a bit of time. There we are. I took it as a meaning that the feminines might be burning themselves out. So just being aware of that as well. Okay, so let's have a look here. Maybe there's too much emotion, can be very overwhelming. It's putting the fire out a little bit. So just being aware. So let's get some numbers. Oh no, what am I doing? I wrote down the letters, okay? So we had 6, the number 6 coming through, which once again is June. So there's some very magical, special healing energy around June. And we had the word sax. So that could be Saxon, somebody's name. Someone might play the saxophone. We got Jax, as in Jackson or Jack. We had cut. So the divine masculine's really cutting things out, I feel, from his life. We've got Shan, as in Shannon. We've got Shani. We've got shiny, tiny. So someone could be really tiny. We have thin. Someone could be thin. There could be something to do with somebody's shin, or they might wear shin pads if they're doing sports. Might have a tattoo or whatever, something going on with a shin. We got sing. So someone could be a singer, or they're just singing around the house thinking about you. Say, there's a lot they have to say. And I had the word hay, which is interesting because we saw the horse kind of chariot energy. Someone could own horses. They might want to have a roll in the hay with you. We have fun in the sun. Someone might have a gun license. We've got chat. They want to chat with you. They really want to chat with you, but I guess I seriously get telepathic energy going on right now. Fish. Someone might fish, or there could be fish symbols coming in for you guys. Someone could be a Pisces. We've got the name Kathy. Cat. We saw that cat coming through for the feminine, especially that psychic energy of the black cat. We have hat, so someone might really wear hats. They like wearing hats. We've got hut, kind of reminded me of like a tropical environment with huts on an island. We got final, so there's final cycle coming up right now before things can be, you know, open for a new beginning. We've got Lani, fan, so they're your biggest fan. Ivy. We got tax, so someone might be an accountant or need to get their tax done. So funny. We got Tix, T-I-X, so I took that as tickets. So they might want to buy a ticket for you and them to go to something. Might be plane tickets someone's buying. We got gin, as in gin and tonic. Someone might like that drink. We got Nisha, Ash, and Tash. We got fit, so someone's working on their fitness or could be fit. We got cash. Someone working on their cash. But also, it's so weird, Johnny Cash came through with that, so someone could really love country music or love Johnny Cash. There could be a special song somewhere that's relevant. We have sling, so they may have had their arm in a sling, might have had an injury of some sort. Ling is coming through, lung, sung, lush, tush. They love your tush. And then we've got gush as well, so they might just really want to gush out this emotion for you. It's like it's about to pour out for you. Now let's get some attributes. So exciting. Let's get some attributes. And as some of you know, I've put them in my cookie jar, my old cookie jar. Believe me, it was a cookie diet thing I was doing. I don't really know if it was happening, but anyway, let's have a look. This is exciting. Woohoo! Yay! So we're going to get some attributes for you guys. Let's have a look here. Thank you, angels. So exciting. Whoop, got some here. Got some there. And we got some there. And wow, there's a few there. Oh my God, there's quite a few. All right, look at this. Israel, straight up. Israel. Someone's very poetic. And someone who might have a wife or want to make you their wife, or vice versa, transparent person. So I feel like they're coming into their transparency. They're letting their guard down. Someone could be moving into counseling, either getting counseling or being a counselor for someone else, or being your own counselor. Okay, wavy hair. No contact situation right now. Into astronomy. Didn't I say that about the feminine before? But both of them actually. Very galaxy, like the galaxy, astronomy, stars, sci-fi. Stuck in a toxic situation for somebody. Divine timing is in play, as we know. Countryside. Yeah, someone's got like a real country vibe to them. It could be something. Philippines. We've got black hair. Definitely could be with the Philippines. And you turn them on. France. Now, Philippines, France, those things, any countries or states or whatever that come up, Could be places they've been born in, have grown up in, have lived in, have traveled to, have holidayed in. Doesn't have to mean that they're there right now, okay? South America. Your biggest fan. Didn't we say that? Oh my gosh, I love these confirmations. Vast desert, hot, dry area they might come from. Why is significant. But they might be also questioning a lot of things like why this, why that. You are mirroring each other. Feels like there's two there, but I don't think there is. No. And so then we've got here a socialite. Someone's wanting to get out and socialize. We've got to see what's it doing now. Oh, yeah. And so F, spiritual, returning love, of course, but that spiritual is really interesting. That psychic energy I'm picking up for both of you. Very busy at the moment, just getting things happening in their life. Vietnam, Malaysia. Look at all these Asian countries coming up. Amazing. North, and we've got USA. And so it could be the north part of USA. Valentine romance. Oh, I'm loving this, guys. Very romantic, sensual, poetic. It said poetic. Very much reminds me of like a Pisces energy. Private person. Europe. We've got 35 to 50. And we've got playful energy coming through. Brown blonde hair. As well as an O. Wow. Interesting, guys. Interesting. Let's get a last message for you guys. So cool, these. I love these messages that come out. Never know what's going to be said each week. Now, I don't know if we actually got these cards. I think I forgot to do them. So let's get one of these first. I can't remember if I did. I often forget. My brain, when I'm channeling, I just seem to forget. Yeah, what have I done already? I'm not sure if I even chose them. But the masculine's karmic lesson, you are enough. So he's learning about that. That he doesn't have to be fitting into the mold of a typical, you know, how people will look at a masculine, that they can't be in their feels, right? Karmic lesson, you are enough. You're allowed to be in your energy of emotion and intuition, and tap into that and accept and embrace that. And your journey is protected. You are safe. There's a rainbow. Masculines could be seeing the rainbow. But also knowing that he is enough for the feminine. You might be feeling, you know, at times that, is he enough? Is he enough? Especially if there's been a rejection. But we've got the rose. See, he did say, you are my rose to her. And the feminine, trust the journey. Oh my God. Look, trust the journey, divine feminine. And that's what she's doing. That's what she's actually doing right now. Wow. And ready for a family. Oh, and this could be new children coming in through a pregnancy, because I feel like for some of you, you know, the feminines want to have a family in that way with the masculine, or it's a blending of families, or just wanting to have, you know, a family of pets, whatever it is, you know, just wanting to have this beautiful soul tribe together. All right, what does the masculine want to say? It's fallen on the ground. Hang on a minute. Oh my gosh, where is it? I blame myself. So there could be that, you know, that 9 of Swords, 8 of Swords energy we saw before, that he may be feeling he's trying to undergo and face those shadows within himself. Like, it could go back to that, are you good enough, internalizing kind of energy here. Let go of resentment. So that's what I feel like he's trying to do. He's trying to let go of this resentment, and it could be a self-loathing that he's really had to overcome over time. And the divine feminine, when I think of you, I smile and write down your feelings, which I think that's what she's doing, actually. I think she's writing down her own feelings. We did see that message, scribing something. Yeah, I think she's really getting creative and wanting to get it out onto paper as well. So I'm wondering if that's it, guys. I keep thinking there's something else I need to do. What do I need to do, Spirit? Because I do feel like there's something else. Have I forgotten something? I don't think so. So let's get one last message. I saw myself in you the first second I laid eyes on you. And the feminine says, I want more with you one day. Oh my gosh, guys, so beautiful. I hope this has resonated. It's such a beautiful reading this week. I've really enjoyed doing it for you guys and for me. And I look forward to connecting with you guys next time. Love and blessings.